Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakabadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Who is in the gospel of Ra, living up the standard of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just a quick lesson through the Spirit. Going into that, we're not going to be justified by the works of the law. You got Israelite camps out here, mainly one in particular. I know this IUIC. They claim to keep the whole law, but when you look at these guys, man, that's clearly not the case. But one thing that cuts them is the hairstyles. Okay, long dreadlocks down in the ass, fucking lineups, beards are line up, shape ups, and I can go on and on how these guys don't keep the laws. Okay, you think that these men that's married to their women, you think that they have the money to have 2 different homes to put their wife away when she's on a menstrual cycle for 7 days? Okay, you think that this guy, when he's away, when the woman conceives a male child, I believe, with the woman, she's double the time unclean. I believe it was like 30 days, if I'm not mistaken, that she gives birth to a female. 7 days at the male, or something like that. I gotta go back over it, but regardless of it, you think that these men are really keeping the ordinance of those laws? Okay, you think that they're not going to hospitals and letting the doctor deliver their child upon birth? Okay, or do they have what they call midwives, or what you call midwives, man? Who basically assumes the identity, of a servant. They talking about they keep the Sabbath. They keep the Sabbath. For one thing, the Shabbat is not always Friday to Saturday. Okay, the Sabbath is according to the new moon, which y'all go off on that. Okay, you think because you're wearing fringes on your t-shirt, you fulfill the law. For one thing, that proves right there that you guys are off, because for one thing, I'm not saying wearing fringes is wrong, but the fact you have to be reminded of the 613 laws on your fringes every day, that proves that the law is not written in your spirit. And it's not going to be written in us completely until we get those new bodies. Then when we get those new bodies, we will keep the law perfectly. Now, we're not saying break the law. We're not saying that. We're not saying eat anything abominable. We're not telling you to break the Shabbat. We're in the Shabbat. We're in the Sabbath right now. But brothers got to work. Do you niggas call off every Sabbath? But this is how they justify it. And this is why they teach Friday, Saturday, because they know most people in their congregation probably have a Monday through Friday job. So therefore, most brothers, and some brothers got to go to work on Saturday, or Friday evening. But for the most part, people have a pretty much straightforward 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, weekends off, right? That's predominant. So with them, Friday evening, Saturday evening, that's the Sabbath. So therefore, they can be justified on saying they keep it. That's bullshit, man, because, hey, brothers got to work overnight. So shit, I'm telling you, I'm on a clock right now, you know what I'm saying? We in the Shabbat. I got to still work. Got to send emails. I may have to get out and go make some errands. You know what I'm saying? Just things like that. So the laws are written for sovereignty, man. And this is why Yahweh Shai fulfilled the law. Okay, but do we break it? No. Okay, do we teach to keep it? Yes. But overall, it's about faith and this grace in this time. Okay, you got other Israelite groups getting at us because they feel like that we're doing away with the words of the Messiah because we listen to the Paul epistles, man, which Paul and Yahweh Shai was on one accord about everything. Okay, you have to understand the dispensation of time when these Gentiles were coming into the fold, what their mindsets were, so we couldn't throw the whole law at them and say, hey, you better keep all the laws or you're going to be no. We under grace, man. And that's the whole purpose of the Lord sending his son. Okay, not so we can break the law, but so we can have grace to get in through grace and mercy and through faith, man, while rehearsing the righteous acts. Okay, when you're rehearsing something, you're practicing it until the real event comes. Okay, so I got a couple of precepts here, man. This is the book of James, the 2nd chapter, and I'm going to start at verses 7. No, let's start at verses 8. It says, if ye fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well. Because that's really what the whole law is wrapped around. Love the Most High with all your heart and soul, and also love thy neighbor as thyself. See, Christians take that and say, see, that means that everything else is done away with. But no, when you understand that these 2 laws are summed up, all 613 laws, this is the general meaning of all the commandments, meaning loving the Most High because you're not putting any gods before him, and loving your fellow Israelite neighbor, your brother, man. Okay, which is exercising these laws, statutes, and commandments. Because if you love your neighbor as thyself, then you're not going to commit adultery. You're not going to steal from them. Okay, you're not going to bear false witness on them. You're not going to do those things that can get you in hot water with the Most High. But let a Christian tell you, oh, I just got to say I love you, but yet I can sleep with your wife and I can take your goods, I can eat pork. No, man. You Christians are simple as hell, man. But at the same time, you Israelites, you simple. But it says, but if you have respect to persons, ye commit sin and are convinced of the laws as the transgressors. It says, for whosoever should keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. So in this current setup, in this current captivity, it is physically impossible to keep every commandment that is written in the Bible. Okay, for one thing, just the way that the marriages are set up here is totally off. Okay, the fact that you got Levites, like Levites, we supposed to have virgins, right? Shit. I may have dealt with 2 virgins in my life, and that was before I came into the truth, before I knew any damn thing. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, I would have held on to those women to this day, but I didn't know no better. So the women I've dealt with in the truth, were they virgins? Fuck no. So I'm already guilty of breaking that law. I'm already guilty of adultery because I've already laid down with women that already had other men before me. So right then and there shows you why we need fucking grace and mercy, because it's off that alone. I mean, brothers can't just sit back in a room and watching fucking porn and all that other dumb shit and not having a woman. No, man. This is why Yahweh Shai came, man. Okay, this current captivity has totally destroyed us as a people. We don't have the proper... Bro, I was looking at a documentary about clothing, about like textures and frequencies on the body. They say that the clothing that you wear, polyester, is responsible for throwing off frequencies in the body, and it causes cancers, and it causes your cells not to be in alignment with one another, versus if you wear 100% wool, 100% cotton, 100% linen, then your body will start to react to these particular membranes, and from the clothes you wear, your body will start to form a connection in atoms in your body, and your body will heal. But I got a fucking 95% cotton t-shirt, 5% polyester, or 1% unknown. Like, that throws off the whole vibration. But they can say, well, go ahead and get you some clothes with 100% cotton. Yeah. But honestly speaking, that's a lot. I mean, who got the money to make everything in my closet right now 100% cotton? That means I gotta throw away all the clothes I got and burn them and then get 100% wool. And it's practical, yeah. If you got a lot of money like Nate, then yeah, why be it? I mean, if you can do it, then do it. But, some of us, we're just not in that position to do that right now. Okay, because we understand that there are weightier matters of the law, like exercising, not committing adultery, not eating abominable foods, man, not blaspheming the Holy Spirit, these things. But you niggas swatting in gnats, man. Okay, what about your long hair? What about your lineups? Well, that don't mean that, brother. No, the scriptures say you're not supposed to get your hair lined up or your beard. But yeah, you got men that got dreadlocks down to their ass in IUIC. And then you got this nigga Alazar. This nigga got long... Hey, somebody said he had a Steven Seagal ponytail. They got a Steven Seagal ponytail, man. Where is that in the law? But I took the vow to the Nazarite, brother. Okay, then your hair should be longer than that. But, we understand why he don't cut it. But regardless, them prophesying with fitted hats on. Well, where is that in the law, brother? Wait a minute, man. That wasn't a custom of us to have our head covers when we were going through the holies of the holies. That wasn't a custom of ours, having our heads covered. If anything, you want to justify having your head covered, then wear a fucking meat tree then, man. But you ain't gonna do that because you love the hip-hop attention you garner from these niggas in the world. That's what that's about. All right? But anyway, it says, for whosoever should keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. So we all guilty of breaking the law. Even you IUI, even you over-righteous, wicked scribes and Pharisees. It says, for he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now, if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. So there you go. You break one, you offend another. It says, so speak ye and do so as they that shall be judged by the law of liberty. And what's the law of liberty? This faith, this understanding, believing in Yahweh Shai, and keeping the commandments. It says, for he should have judgment without mercy, that have shown no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment. But what profited, it says, but what doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have not works, can faith save him? Because it complements each other. Now, Christians will say, well, I got faith, I can just believe. No, it's deeper than that. You could say you believe in something all day, but if you don't exercise your right towards believing it, then you don't really believe at all. Like, I can't say that I'm a man of the Lord and I'm going to be delivered through faith only, but I'm not going out there and showing my works through faith. Okay, the fact that we go out to the streets and speak and push these lessons, and we give kickback on certain mandates that can harm our bodies, that shows a exploration of faith right there. That shows faith, man. Okay, it says here, if a brother or sister be naked and destitute of daily food, which is his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and one of you said to them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled. Notwithstanding, ye give them not those things which are needful to the body, what doth it profit? So even so, faith, if it had not works, it is dead, being alone. Yet a man say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. And that's the point, man. Okay? So it's all about having faith, but your faith will show your works, which is rehearsing the righteous acts, calling on the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And for one thing, you niggas out there, you claim that you believe in the Messiah, but yet you totally blaspheme his name by calling him Jesus Christ. That's blasphemy, man. Okay? And then you call the Most High. You don't even call him Yahweh. You say the Most High God when you say the Most High. Most High and Christ blessed. You fucking niggas are going to be destroyed, bro. UIUIC is like gravel into the Lord's mouth for real. Like your spittle. Okay? Let's go to the book of Romans 3. And let's start at verses... Let's start at, the whole chapter is really good, but this is really a cut to them Sakari niggas here, man. Let's start at verses 9. It says here, what then? Are we better than they? No, and wise, for we have before proved both Jews and Gentiles that they all are under sin, which proves that Gentiles were Israelites, because the Israelites were the only one that was given the commandments, which transgression of the law is sin. Now, the other nations can engage in sinful behaviors, okay, and do things that is considered a sin because they're transgressions of the laws, but Israel was given the commandments, okay? So therefore, we're penalized for breaking the covenant. Okay, the other nations wasn't given the covenant. Though they are sinning in the sight of the Heavenly Father, they're not really being penalized as to it because the agreement was not with them. Okay, their judgment is going to come from putting us and fucking us over and causing us to break the law. But we're being totally directly judged and punished for breaking the commandments, man. It says that it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. Okay, so UIUIC niggas, oh, we keep the law. Saturday, Friday, Saturday. That's off, man. It says there is none that understand it. There is none that seeketh after Yahweh. They're all gone out of the way and they become together unprofitable. And that's you other groups. It says there is none that doeth good, no, not one. It says that throat is like an open sepulchre. That their tongues, they have used deceit. Like men selling merchandise, men lying on the name of the Heavenly Father, bearing false witness, slanderings, backbitings, disobedience to elders, man. I mean, Israel is a mess right now. It says the poison of ops is under their lips, whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness, and their feet are swift to shed blood. Oh, man, if we was in our right time, we would literally round you niggas up and stone you. Okay, sure. Okay, you try it, man. Because if anything, you niggas need to be the one that's getting a stone hurled at your ass. But it says here that feet are swift to shed blood. Destruction and misery are in their ways, and the way of peace they have not known. There's no fear of Yahweh before their eyes. But now we know that what things soever the law said, it said to them who are under the law, that every mouth may be stopped and all the world may become guilty before Yahweh, right? Because if we was judged on the law, we wouldn't make it. Okay, if we was totally judged by the commandments, we would just be condemned to destruction, man. We won't get the kingdom. We won't meet Yahweh Shai, man. We won't get our blessings. We'll just be fucked. Okay, we won't be no better than any other nations. Okay, it says, therefore, by the deeds of the law, there shall no flesh be justified in his sight. For by the law is knowledge of sin, right? But now the righteousness of Yahweh without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets. Why did he say the prophets, man? Because the prophets knew. Okay, and the prophets kept the commandments as well. Okay, but it says even the righteousness of Yahweh, which is by faith in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, unto all and upon all of them that believe, which is the Israelites, for there is no difference. So basically, he's saying that the righteousness of the law is equivalent to the righteousness of Yahweh Shai, and believing in his name and doing the works he told you to do. Because Yahweh Shai is of the law. Who you think gave the law to Moses? Okay, Yahweh Shai is above the law. He is the law incarnated, man. He is it. He fulfilled it. Okay, now we're not saying, oh, well, that means we can do what we want to do. Fuck no. We live by the commandments, man. But we're just teaching you that it's impossible to keep all commandments in this setup. Therefore, if we was to be justified by that, then we wouldn't make it. So all you guys are saying that you keep all the laws, you're going to be judged by that. And you're going to be found that Yahweh Shai was not your foundation. Okay, we keep the commandments because it is righteous. And on top of that, because that's our culture. Okay. It says, even the righteousness of Yahweh, which is by faith of Yahweh Shai, unto all and upon all them that believe, for there is no difference. And a Christian would spin it and say, see, I can just believe. That means I can continue to do what I want. No, it's not saying that. It says, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High. And this is what we're saying. You over righteous Pharisees, you come short. IUIC, you are not keeping the commandments perfectly, bro. He just said it, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of the Most High, being justified freely by his grace through the redemption that is Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whom Yahweh have set forth to be appropriation through faith in his blood. Okay, now wasn't the commandments given it to us as an oath from the Most High? It says through blood, through sacrifice. Okay, he says, this day I give you the commandments, and I'm roughly paraphrasing, and then we should be like people. We made a blood oath for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So how much more when his son came to shed his blood for the nation of Israel? Okay, to declare his righteousness for the remission of sins that are passed through the forbearance of the Most High. So we have a chance to make it now. Because Yahweh Shai knew our condition. He knew what we was going to go through in the future times. He's seen his captivity. He knew. He said, the only way these people is going to make it is through my blood. He said, there's no way they're going to make it. It was like literally a lose-and-lose situation. And watch you have some simple-minded nigga that's going to come and say, see, to your master teaching that we ain't got to keep the law. I've said it 1,000 times in this video. That is not the case. I've made many mentions that, yes, we are to keep the commandments, but we're not going to keep them perfectly. We're going to break some. We're going to break a lot of them, okay? But the main ones that you, no adultery, no other gods before the Most High, no abominable foods, no blasphemy in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. These things, those are the weightier matters of the law. Okay, it says here, to declare, I say at this time, righteousness that he may, or might be just in the justifier of him which believeth in Yahweh Shai. And as we read in James, the 2nd chapter, your belief comes through your works as well. Okay, it says, but where is boasting then? Is it excluded? By what law? What works? Nay, but by the law of faith. And there you go, the law of faith. Because that sums up all the laws, statutes, and commandments. And we're not saying, oh, just have faith in Jesus and you're going to be saved. This is what you dumbass Christians don't understand. This is how you use to justify your wickedness to not do what's right. But we're giving you the proper understanding and breakdown. It says, therefore, we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. And this is why they write Paul off. Okay. It says, is he the God of the Jews only? Or is he not also of the Gentiles? Yes, of the Gentiles also, because those Gentiles are Israelites. It says, seeing it is one Yahweh or one power, which shall justify the circumcision through faith. The circumcision is the Israelites that kept the commandments and that knew their place. Okay, like the 12, for example. And uncircumcision through faith, which will technically later be us. But now we were uncircumcised, but now we're circumcised because we understand who we are. It says, and do we make then void the law through faith? It says, God forbid, yea, we establish the law. So right there shows you that we're not telling people to break it. We're just telling you that if you're going to judge by the law, you're going to be judged 100% by that. And you're going to be totally judged by the law. Okay? This is the book of Romans 8, and I'm going to start at verses 1. It says, there is therefore no condemnation to them which are in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Okay? Because men, they would use the law, but still be carnal as hell. Because when you kept the law, statutes, and commandments, you didn't have to have any type of spiritual notion, or you didn't have to have anything remotely resemblance of spirituality, but yet you can go offer up turtle doves, or you can offer a righteous sacrifice to the Most High, and you can still go and be an adulterous ass demon. Okay, that's the carnality of it. Well, yeah, we got our fringes on, but yeah, you're a rotten, dirty ass, grimy ass Jake, man. Okay, teaching men, oh, well, you got to put away your wife after 6 months if she is not a believer. But yeah, you wear fringes, but you telling man and you're destroying man's fucking households, man. That's the carnality of that, man. So a nigga can look the part all they want, but at the end of the day, you can look the part, but if you're not, that's why the scripture goes into being a Jew outwardly and inwardly, man. Okay, if you're gonna be a Jew outwardly, you need to be one inwardly as well. Okay, because the commandment is really spiritual. It's really your exercising your true intentions towards your fellow Israelite brother, man, and the one that's actually doing the right thing. You know, by us rebuking you niggas, that is a form of love. But oh, y'all hate us. Nah, we just hate the work shit doing. It's not personal. You know, like me personally, do I hate anybody in IUIC? Nah, I don't know them personally to hate them, but I dislike a lot of things they doing. Do I hate anybody personally in Sakari? I mean, I don't hate them, but I dislike them mightily. Well, I dislike the leadership because you can just see that they're a bunch of damn demons, man. Okay, you can see it in Al-Azhar's face. This guy, Hakkad, that man is he's evil as hell, man. And you dudes that's in that congregation, if you don't see that, then it's because you're blinded, man. But as far as the men under them, I don't hate none of them brothers in the Sakari for real. But they got to get their minds right. But do they hate us? Hey, it's possible. You know, we've had all hate shit, man. Motherfucker, then he said, I've seen all types of hate messages to the apostles, to other brothers, to myself. You know, motherfucker said I need to be counseled. Oh, man, that camp leader, he needs to be done away with. All types of shit. The apostles need to be stoned. We've heard all types of shit just because we bring out the word in a rough manner and we don't hold no punches. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we try to exhort you brothers and build you up through the faith. But yeah, you know, you biting the hand that feeds you, so to speak. Okay, but it says, for the law of the spirit of life in Yahushua HaMashiach have made me free from the law of sin and death, right? Because Yahushua is above the law, man. Okay, you can't take something that was written in tablets and put it above the Savior. Okay, he is one that gave the law, statutes, and commandments. It's of him. He's the law, statutes, and commandments, man. He's over that. Okay, and yes, we believe in him, and yes, we believe in keeping the commandments to the best of our ability. You see brothers with beards on their face. Okay, brothers wearing their fringes at the camp, and this one guy gonna say, "Oh, y'all ain't wear y'all fringes when y'all at the camp, man. Y'all don't wear it any other day." Okay, and so fucking what? But I guarantee you, we still living our life. We ain't fucking niggas 6 days out of a 7-day week. Okay, just because you guys come and be righteous on a Saturday, but y'all niggas 6 days of the week, you ain't gonna say that about us, man. Because you ain't gonna catch us, or for the most part, men that I know in this thing, you ain't gonna catch us being niggas 7 days of the week, man. We go out to the camp Saturday and speak the word. We all righteous, and then we take the garment out, and all of a sudden we into all types of niggerdom, adultery, street shit. You know what I'm saying? Adultery, stealing, hanging around a bunch of cutthroat niggas in the world. You know what I'm saying? Just being nuisance, man. Putting fucking sugar in gas tanks. You ain't gonna catch us doing that shit, man. So what does it matter? So your mind has to be renewed through Yahushua. It's your mind, man. I could wear a t-shirt fringe all day and be a wicked ass nigga. Look at that dude. What's this guy name that called himself King David? The big fat dude, the Dr. Robotnik looking nigga that was eating the pork on the Thanksgiving and the Christmas shit. The one, you know, the dude that get dialysis, the dead man walking, the Teletubby nigga. Them niggas wear fringes all the time. But yeah, he clearly showed you his wickedness. So you dudes are played out. It says, for the law of the spirit of life in Yahushua HaMashiach have made me free from the law of sin and death. It says, for what the law could not do in that which was weak through the flesh, because it says Yahweh sent his own son in the likeness of sinful flesh. Because Yahushua came on this earth as a man, okay? He walked the law, statutes, and commandments perfectly. He did it perfectly, man. That's what it says. He fulfilled it. Because we couldn't fulfill it. Even when it was given to us, that's fuck you think we got brought over in. The hell you think we went into captivity under the Assyrians and the Babylonians for? The hell you think we went into the Greek captivity? The hell you think we was in captivity under the Romans and the modern day Romans, which is America? Why the hell you think we in captivity now? Because we couldn't fulfill the law in the flesh, man. We couldn't do it. And damn sure not here. We couldn't do it 2,000 years ago when things were more upright then. How the hell we gonna do it now when this kingdom is completely wicked? That's why, hey man, Lord's will at the Passover, the Lord's gonna bring a lot of judgment through Israel, man. Okay, before the Lord cleans up these little jakes in the world, man, the Most High is gonna do a deep cleaning, a spring cleaning on you Israelites out there in these camps, man. Lord forbid that judgment hit us, man. You know what I'm saying? This is why we got to get ourselves right, because guess what? We ain't exempt from that judgment either. We ain't right. The Lord gonna fuck us over too, man. And hey, we ain't trying to deal with that. A lot of you guys, man, the Lord's getting ready to take over. The Lord's getting ready to punch a lot of y'all tickets, man. Okay, a lot of death is getting ready to come to these Israelites that know they're Israelites. So, hey, y'all better get it, man. But it says here that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit, right? You know, we know what we do according to the scriptures and to the spirit. We're not out here just being a bunch of gremlins, a bunch of demons. All right, it says here, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. And this is why you see men walking around with fringes. Like, okay, I ain't knock you. You walking around with fringes. So be it. Have at it. Right? You know, there's a time and place for that. You got to be wise too, Jake. Jake would rather bring hell to himself trying to prove a point that he ain't scared before he's thinking of things spiritually. Okay, just because you ain't got your fringes on, that don't make you not a man of the Lord. You just being circumspect. And how Shai told us to be circumspect. Okay, just because you ain't wearing your mitra, because you ain't got your how about you, how Shai on the front of your shirt and your 9 to 5 doesn't mean that you going off, bro. Okay, the Lord understands our condition. You have to give the Most High some wiggle. Bro, the Lord is merciful too. The only reason why we're still here is because the mercy of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's mercy that we're still here. That he ain't put us to death for not wearing fringes, man. It's merciful, bro. You guys don't believe in that. Oh, you wear your fringes, brother. Why your hair long, nigga? We can go back and forth all day. Why you got women in your congregation? Why your beard lined up? Why you keeping Friday to Saturday Shabbat? Why you keeping it high holy days, not according to the new moon, but according to the Amalek's time frame? Why is your leader and why you wearing Masonic garbs, man? Why you standing in Masonic pants? Why do y'all did a video called Burgers and Fringes on a fucking checkerboard floor? We can go into a lot of shit, man. So y'all want to go tit for tat on the law. We be all day with that. But it says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. It says, but to be carnally minded is death. So yeah, you can wear your fringes, but you can still get put to death, man. Okay, you wear your fringes when nigga come and blow your head off. Then what? Think the fringe is gonna save you from a missile, nigga? Nah. Well, I got my fringes on, that means I'm covered. Nah, bro, because when you look at your fringes, that's a reminder of what not to do. If you need to be constantly reminded not to commit adultery, then the spirit is not on you, man. Because why should you be reminded of something that you should be convicted with in your spirit? Huh? Jake do things to be seen of men, and y'all brothers gonna find that out real soon. The Most High getting ready to drop a lot of these niggas off that claim to be these big top Israelites. Lord getting ready to wipe the slate clean, man, with a bunch of these guys out here that call themselves men of the Lord. Okay, it says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Okay, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, which is against, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. And if so be that the spirit of Yahweh dwell in you. But now if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh Shai, he is none of his. Okay, because you got to understand, in order to accept the Most High, you got to accept Yahweh Shai. And sooner than later, you're going to start seeing these weird doctrines. Well, you know, the son ain't... Guys are trying to throw Yahweh Shai out, man. Like they say, throw the baby out with the bathwater. A lot of guys are trying to do away with the Savior, man. You know, but that's going to be to their detriment. All right. So this is the book of Galatians 2. And this is basically when Paul cursed out Peter. This is Galatians 2:11. It says, but when Peter was come to Antioch, I withstood to him to the face. Matter of fact, let's read in the New Living Testament. All right, it says, when he first arrived, matter of fact, it says, but when Peter came to Antioch, I had to oppose him to his face, for what he did was very wrong. It says, when he first arrived, he ate with the Gentile Christians, that's what they say, who were not circumcised. But afterwards, when some friends of James came, Peter wouldn't eat with the Gentiles anymore. So basically, he was being double-minded, man. He was afraid of the criticism from these people who insisted on the necessity of circumcision. But even Peter in his spirit knew that, well, yeah, man, these men are, they're right, man. Okay, even though they were considered Gentiles, because that word Gentile was replaced with Christian. Basically, Peter understood the law of faith. He understood that, man. He dealt with Paul face to face, and they had a counsel over these things, so he understood. But Peter was being a hypocrite, so to speak. Okay, and it says here, who insisted on the necessity of the circumcision. As a result, other Jewish, I hate saying that, other Israelites followed Peter's hypocrisy, and even Barnabas was led astray by their hypocrisy. So it was a dissension there, it was confusion. It says, when I saw that they were not following the truth of the gospel message, I said to Peter in front of all the others, since you, a Jew by birth, have discarded the Israelite laws and are living like a Gentile, why are you now trying to make these Gentiles follow the Israelite traditions? It says, you and I are Jews by birth, not sinners like the Gentiles, man. And Paul was an Israelite. He was a Benjamite, man. He grew up in the commandments. So he's not teaching man to break them, but he's teaching grace and mercy through Yahweh Shai, man. He was teaching that Yahweh Shai was the top priority over the commandments, man. Because if you believe in Yahweh Shai, you're going to keep the commandments. It says, yet we know that a person is made right with Yahweh by faith in Yahweh Shai, not by obeying the law. So they agreed on that. Even Peter agreed with that. And when we have believed in Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, so that we might be made right with Yahweh because of our faith in Yahweh Shai, not because we have obeyed the law. It says, for no one will ever be made right with the Most High by obeying the law. So that's the cut right there. But it says, but suppose we seek to be made right with Yahweh Shai through faith with Yahweh through faith in Yahweh Shai. And then we are found guilty because we have abandoned the law. It says, would that mean Yahweh Shai has led us into sin? Absolutely not. So he's basically saying that even if you have faith, you still keep the commandments. Because read it again. But suppose we seek to be made right with the Most High through faith in Yahweh Shai, and then we are found guilty because we have abandoned the law. Would that mean Yahweh Shai has led us into sin? Absolutely not. Rather, I am a sinner, and if I rebuild the old system of the law, I already tore down, because you will be judged without mercy. Okay, it says, for when I tried to keep the law, it condemned me, because the only person that was able to keep the law perfectly was Yahweh Shai. So if you break one, you're condemned of it all, as we just read. It says, it condemned me. So I died to the law. I stopped trying to meet all its requirements so that I might live for Yahweh. But my old self has been crucified with Yahweh Shai, and it is no longer who I live, but Yahweh Shai lives in me. So I live in this earthly body by trusting in the Son of Yahweh who loved me and gave himself for me. But I do not treat the grace of Yahweh Shai as meaningless. For if keeping the law can make us right with Yahweh, then there was no need for Yahweh Shai to die. So you can't get around that, man. So you're not going to be justified through the works of the law, man. Okay, we're not saying break the law, but you're not going to get salvation through it because you can't keep it perfectly. If you could keep it perfectly, then you would have done. So you cannot keep it perfectly. Therefore, you need Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, but anyway, with that, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord's will you are edified into the next lesson. Shalom.